Hey, greetings. Love Them Knives channel. LTK here to talk to you about the Maddox from Kizer. Yes, it is. And it's a monster knife. It is a monster knife. And this is going to be one of those knives you're either really going to be taken by the design or you're going to be turned off by the design. This is a titanium frame lock flipper. It has S35VN blade. It has some big, heavy tank track jimping up here. Flipper tab, no jimping here. Very tall. Bang. You can see that these are not thumb studs. These are blade stops. But there's two attachment points here to these scales. You know, you've got the pivot and you've got this huge standoff in the back. Other than that, it's wide open. Let's get this out of the way because it's kind of a black background. Oh, well, before we get too far on this, and oh, yeah, the action on this is really good. I was just going to say, the action's really good. Let's put it over here. You get it. It comes in a box. This is the outer box here. And this will give you the model number, Ki5486, S35VN blade, titanium handle, 3.9-inch blade. Maddox, Willumsen is the designer. So this is a nice glossy outer box. I really like that. I think I've said that before on a previous review. And then inside is this box, which the lid comes, you know, off the top like this, which is really easy to take off. Comes with a really nice, big, huge, heavy-duty zipper pouch. I think this is what they do for the Bladesmith series, since this is a collaborative. And then inside you have this. And you've got these two little, and I don't know what you're supposed to put in these, but they have these two little pouches in here. And then a single large one for the knife in here. See that? It's a ginormous zipper. It's really good quality stuff. And then, of course, you get the paperwork. And you get a microfiber cloth that I'm going to leave right there in the bottom. Like that. Like that. We got that out of the way. Yeah, I like it. I like the way they do that. It's great. Crazy knife, isn't it? It's got kind of a blued pocket clip you can see. Of course, I've been handling it, right? So you can see underneath how blue that is. It ain't so blue now. Look at this. The more I touch it, it's like grayed out now. Sorry about that. Don't have any Windex in here. It would be bluer. These are heavy scales. It's a heavy knife. It's a real heavy knife. Well, maybe we got to get that out of the way too. Talk about that a little bit. Good action on it. 7.6 ounces. Yeah, it's all that. 7.7 just gained weight. 217 grams. Like I was saying, it is pretty heavy. Yes, it is. But it's a good sized knife. It's about a 4-inch blade. Not quite. Pretty close. Right there. And that's the closest point on the scale. Up here, right between 3 7/8 and 4 inches. So not quite 10 centimeters. Pretty close though. I mean, really, 10 centimeters. Overall, under 9 inches, 8 3/4. 22, almost, you know, it's over 22 centimeters long. Okay, so got that out of the way. Let's figure out how fat it is. 13 millimeters. 0.51 of an inch. Not real fat as far as that's concerned. Let's see if we got about 0.15 inch. Yeah, 4 millimeter thick blade stock. So it's pretty thick blade stock. It's stonewashed. Oh, well, I mean, with that, I think it goes without saying, this Kizer knives are made in China. So this kind of reminded me, thank you very much. I mean, for those of you who are not familiar with Kizer knives, yes, they are made in China, like Riot, Stedman, Wee, Max Ace, on and on. Real Steel, Riot, keep going. Yes, Willumsen design. My buddy was like, what is that knife? It looks like it's got this, the cutout on the blade. Yeah, it is wild. It is a different look. Very compound grind here. It's really strange when you flip it because you think it needs to keep going. I mean, it's open now. It's like, no. You go up more. No, but it's kind of this, you've already got the angle, cutting angle going here. And you haven't got it, it doesn't feel like it's completely open. It feels like it ought to swing open a little further. But this is the deal. This is how it is. If you look at this on the scale, the cutaway is really accessible to be able to disengage the lock bar like that. Really, the action's really good on this. I mean, it just really fires out good. Man. I was going to see if I could, yes, I can gravity flip it. It's not a, thank God, it's not a 10 on the detent scale. It's probably around a 7. But it fires out, the blade's so heavy, and it doesn't feel like it has far to go. From where it is here to where it stops, it's just like you feel like it's only flipping half open, but it's real easy once it gets past that detent. It fires right out. It'd be hard to fail it. Yeah, you can, but you have to do it intentionally almost because that just swings so easy on those bearings. Very nice, and you can see that it's a deep carry pocket clip. So when you slide it in your pants, after you've tightened your belt, 7.6 ounces. And then you've got another area where you can flip it from tip up to tip down. It's really strange. I mean, we're not going to go right to left. We're going to go tip up, tip down. Not too many people are like, oh, okay, I got to get this knife now. This really does it for me. I mean, oh, it can go tip down? Oh, I only dream of that. Yeah, not too many people that I talk to are really all that excited about tip down carry, so I thought that was kind of a curious thing, as opposed to maybe making an allowance to try and go left hand. That might have been more of a thinker, I think. I would say on that. But it's a wild looking knife. Oh, let me lay this down here on something other than my background. Well, here it is on Blade HQ. Stonewash, as we said. There's the model number. Selling for $350. It's one of their new knives for 2017. It's really cool. Love it. There's your stats. Overall length, blade thickness, stonewash, blah, blah, blah. And it's based on his Urban Tactical Maddox. And second page for pause and read if you want. S35VN, blah, 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 blah. China, EDC, Willumsen. Okay, so then, which begs the question, Urban Tactical model. Okay, here you go. Urban Tactical Maddox Flipper. So this is the knife that we're talking about is based on this one, which costs a little bit more money, like another $300. So I thought it was interesting on here. If you want to look at it's almost identical weight wise. Yeah, almost every thing here is pretty identical, except this one has a G10 scale on there, and they could do this green, and then they did a gray instead of the green as well. But I thought it was kind of funny when they go blade material, stainless steel. Okay, just saying. Stainless steel, yes it is. This is CPM S35VN, so I mean we can name it, we can claim it. Take a look in here. See, you've got a hardened steel insert to interface, and you've got an over travel stop there too. So yeah, you got all the bells and whistles there. Nice. Oh, blade play? No, none. There's no blade play. No lock rock, nothing there. Great. Really nice knife. It's just, this is just going to be one of those things that you either love or you hate. This is so insane. I mean, check this out. It's a big. I keep rolling it out. It's like 46 millimeters at the top of that. Hold on. Get it up there. So not quite 2-inch tall blade when you go from there down to here. But it's, I mean, it's, you know, it varies, of course, as you go around. But let's see how much real estate it's going to take up in your pocket if, you know, if you throw it in your pocket. Let's try these. Of course, really, you gotta, let's go flipper tab. Yeah, 2.2. 56 millimeters. That's some tall stuff, isn't it? That's a big boy. Big boy, heavy boy, thick boy, sick boy, badass boy. I'll tell you that. Come on. Let's get a piece of paper. Let's see if we can cut something. Okay. We got no problem with that. It's a nice, good edge out of the box, so. What do you think? I mean, that is some tank tread stuff, isn't that? That kind of a bronze, it's almost got a little bit of a bronze hue to it under certain light. Otherwise, it's just kind of a, you know, a gray, stonewashy, industrial looking scales. It's, it suits it. Remember the Fantastic Four? I mean, when I saw this, I kind of thought of the comic book Fantastic Four I used to read when I was a kid. That was in 1742. And you know the creature that they called Ben. I mean, it was the Thing, right? So it reminds me of like the guy made out of rock. I mean, good Lord, this is tough. Maddox. I don't know if I'd have named this Maddox. I'd have called it Thing. Because it is, oof. Whew. Yes, it is. And yes, this will clear the room when you pull this out of your pocket. It really will. It is something else. But you know what? This is, when I saw this, this was like one of my favorite Kizer knives right away. It just struck me. This is something that I like. I like this. I like big. I like heavy. I like really bad boy. I do. So, I mean, this appeals to me. It's, I'm a sick puppy. I know that. Here's your lockup. I guess I never talked about. 25 to 30%. Somewhere in there. Got a couple of screws holding your interface in, your hardened steel insert. They didn't do any skeletonizing of the handles. Thank God they didn't put a backspacer on. They didn't need the extra weight, that's for sure. Pretty open design there. I find it interesting they didn't put a lanyard hole in here. Yeah, I don't know. This might be one because it's deep carry and it's so heavy that a lanyard might not have been a bad idea, actually. Not like I'm getting into the knife design business. But, it does feel comfortable in the hands. It really fits. I mean, it's pretty big handle, but I mean, and here's the thing. I was messing with this knife last night. You know what? It feels pretty good reverse grip. It almost feels more natural this way. It feels as natural as it does here. Now you can get up on here. You can kind of do this if you want a little bit, but that just doesn't feel that comfortable. But coming up here like that does, feels good. No jimping up here, but wow, it's insane. Yes, it is. Good action though. Really flips well. Big old heavy blade. Where does that balance? Gotta go back. Gotta go back. That scale's pretty heavy, so it's not really balanced right at the pivot. Yeah, about right there. You would think it'd be closer. You gotta, because that blade's so big and heavy, you'd think it'd be closer up here, but it's not, because that handle is no lightweight either. So yeah, there you go. Wow. Easy to operate one-handed though. Very easy. All right, enough said. Playing with a damn knife. Take care, my friends. Be safe. But most of all, love them knives. Stay sharp. Don't lose your edge.